Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. My name's Justin. I'm running for the king. We're getting ready to go into the shed in my backyard. We're going to pull orders for the week. We'll jump back to Tuesday and pull them all the way throughout the week through to Monday and just showing you what I sell. And little spoiler, I have some okay sales. Not like crazy numbers like we were doing in the summer with all the anime, but there's a really good one right at the end. Let's get in the shed and get going. Hey folks, today is Tuesday. It is the 30th of September, the last day of September, and I'm going to have a busy day today. I was busy at work at my full-time job, and I still have the afternoon to finish up, but I joined a raid train on Uppbeat. There wasn't any spots available, and then someone reached out yesterday afternoon or evening and said, hey, we have a spot available. So I jumped at it, and I'm going to go live today at 5 p.m. It's Toys and Plush on Uppbeat.com, and so I wasn't planning on running Toys and Plush on my Wednesday night show because I was going to let myself have a week to prep for it. Now I had less than a day to prep for it. So up late last night, getting things finished here at lunch. So I got to pull orders quick so I can get that locked in because I get off work at 3-ish, be around 3, and then go to the post office, and I'm live at 5. And I know that's like an hour and a half, but I have to be ready. So anyway, let's pull orders. I have 2 on eBay. I think I have 2 or 3 on Mercari. So maybe just 2. Let me look. I have 2 on Mercari. So 2 on eBay, 2 on Mercari. Should be quick. The first one on Mercari is an anime book. It should be, or manga book. It should be in this one. It is Riselmine. Yeah, it's Riselmine right here. I think this one is a standalone manga, so just 1 issue. And it didn't sell for a lot, and I took an offer. It sold for $5.99 plus shipping. All profit, though. Oh, and hey, this is not one of the Lego cars. This is one of the Hot Wheels, like, Build-It cars. And it kind of looks kind of cool, but I don't know. It's not the same as Lego. It did come with a little, like, Hot Wheel to match it, though. Next up on Mercari is a tea infuser. I think they're right here. Let me dig it out. And I bought several of these at a yard sale at a church. And we kept one for my wife, but this was the only purple one, and it sold. I think it sold on a sale I had going on in Mercari. Let me look. Yeah, it sold full asking price, $9.99 plus shipping. Awesome. And I think I listed 6 or 7 of those, and I paid $1 a piece. So we're totally in the profit for that. The next one is a book, and I'm looking over here like it's in the bookshelf, but it is not. It's right back here. It's in this box here, my book overflow box, Television Horror Movie Hosts. And this one came out of the storage unit that we just recently got into, and it sold for $17 plus shipping on offer. I just started getting into the books that I bought in that storage unit, and I've started listing. There was a lot of juvenile horror fiction, and this is probably going to be the cream of the crop. I listed it the other night. It is Twilight, Where Darkness Begins, the whole series. It's not the full set. There's 20 books there, and the bottom one's 26. So obviously I have some missing, including number 1. But I got that listed for quite a bit, and I got a bunch of watchers on it, and I can't wait to show you when that sells. But it is not sold yet, and I have a Christmas ornament. It is not in my drawers back there. It is up here in this blue tub because I've had it longer than the drawers. Let me dig it out. And this one's pretty cool. It is Father Christmas. There's a whole bunch of Father Christmases. This is the one from 2010, and the box has got some wear, but the Santa Claus ornament is in really good shape. It sold $9.99 plus shipping. I think I got it for $1. So that's almost 10x before fees. Hey folks, my work day's done. I have one more order. I want to get it out before I completely trash this shed, getting ready for my live show, just getting things moved around so I can have a camera and everything where I want it. These are some Xana dye premium blue jean shorts, and I'm pretty sure I got them at a yard sale for like 50 cents. Took an offer on them, $7 plus shipping. Not big, but it's going to take 30 seconds to ship that, and I want to go ahead and get it out. So I'm heading to the post office in about 5 minutes. So thank you so much for hanging out there with me today. I'm hoping we get some good sales tomorrow that I can show you. See you then. Hey folks, today is Friday. Yes, we haven't filmed in a couple days because I haven't had anything to ship out other than my live shows, but I want to chat for a second. We do have a couple things today going out. Let's look at last month's goals, September. I meant to do this Wednesday, but then we didn't film on Wednesday. So let me turn you around. September goals: 2 live shows on Uppbeat. I did, I think, 4. So we definitely got that taken care of. Maybe 5. 4 listings a day. I came out to 102. I thought I was close, and I didn't quite make it. We did get the 2,000 new listings per day, though. So, or 2,000 listings for the month, and that was pretty low goal actually. But we almost got everything. So I'm totally okay with September goals and how they panned out. I've done really well on Uppbeat except for Wednesday night. So I haven't filmed the last 2 days, but Tuesday afternoon at 5 p.m. I had a show. I got part of a raid train. I jumped in at the last minute because they had someone cancel, and I did about $190 plus shipping on that show. And I think that's going to be like after fees, 190. So it's not bad at all. Not bad. And then I had my normal Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. show, and I had already curated. I rushed to curate everything for that Tuesday evening show, and so I just ran graphic novels and horror DVDs, and it was the worst show I've ever had anywhere, whether on Uppbeat or whatnot or whatever. $21 an hour. That's all I got. $21. I think I ran through 30 DVD lots. 3 were purchased, and for $1 because that was a starting bid. And then I sold my graphic novels, and a few were purchased for $1. And then I sold the lot. Everything that didn't sell, I lotted up as far as graphic novels, and that big pile sold for $1. And I knew that was going to happen, but the person that requested the bundle had spent like $500, $600 with me in the last 2 weeks, so I was okay with giving them a deal. But oh man, it was rough. I did everything I could to keep the camera wasn't pointing at me, but I didn't want to keep sighing into the microphone. So I tried to stay peppy and upbeat and all right, no worries, next one. All right, no worries, next one. But it was rough. So it just goes to show you that if you don't have a huge following, or even if you don't have the best stuff, I thought these horror DVDs would sell. I was trying to do 2 for $1. I was happy with them going out for $1, but they didn't go out. We're going to lot them up and I think run an auction on eBay. But yeah, it was bad. I do have October goals, and then I have 2 orders to show you. I haven't listed since Saturday, so that's a reason why we haven't filmed the last 2 days. Okay, October goals. 2 live Uppbeat shows. I did one on Wednesday. That was the first. So we got 1 down. I'm going to do 1 next week, and then I am taking at least a week off, and then I may come back. I got to have inventory. I want 4 new listings a day. I have 0 for the month of October. That's 108 total for the month if we don't count Sundays. And so that's the 2 goals. There's space for a third one if we decide to throw it, but I'm not putting a dollar amount thing on there today. I'm going to track it, but I'm not going to goal it. Okay. Orders. I have 2 orders. One is a bundle order on Mercari, and one is a big, I would say manga. It's from the manga buy, the big 2K anime buy, but it's light novels. And I'm going to sit on the wall. I'm going to go grab the first bit from Mercari because there's 3 things I got to grab, and I'll be right back. Okay, Mercari is up first. I didn't even pull up the order. I should look. Yeah, there we go. Okay, these are 3 vests, and so here's kind of a picture. You can kind of see their patterns. So it's printed, cut, and sew vests. So they're Christmas vests. There's this one, and there's this one. You can kind of see, and there is this one, and you won't really be able to see from the pictures because it's a bundle deal on Mercari, but I think total they were listed at like $26 or something, and I had bought them years ago. They sat in my death pile, listed them in January. They took a while to sell, but I listed them right after Christmas, and they're selling right in time for them to be made for Christmas. So I guess that timeline works out. They sold $21.58 plus shipping going out. Not too bad. Happy they're going a lot together because now all the vests are gone. I do have other cut and sew patterns that I list at the same time, but the vests are gone. And then the next item, like I said, is from the 2K anime buy, and it's ready to go. It's pre-packaged, which is awesome. And it's under my mugs. So mugs, Rising of the Shield Hero 1 through 20, ready to go, pre-packed. And this sale is going to be the only reason I'm going to get any money on Tuesday from eBay. But they are sold. I have a second one that just came through. Okay, so they sold 5% off offer, $189.99 plus shipping. Awesome, right? Excellent, excellent. Please ship promptly. Gift for someone. We'll leave good review. Is the buyer's note? No worries. They're going out today. So happy for that. It's 20 books. So, I listed them right at $10 a book. They sold 5% less. We'll definitely roll with that. They can go medium mail, but I may ship it Grand Advantage depending on the price because they're kind of heavy, and sometimes Grand Advantage like evens back out. But I didn't know, but we have one more on eBay that just sold, and so we're going to grab that one as well. It's a DVD set, and they're down here. And here it is. This is also from the 2K anime buy. This is, I think it's the entire run of Bleach. There may be a couple Bleach movies that are on here, but I have the first series all the way through, I don't know, the fifth. So all 5 seasons plus 2 movies. It's 32 DVDs total, and they sold for $64.99 plus shipping. That's awesome. And DVDs are super easy to ship. So those are going to just go in a 12.96 box and out the 12.97 box and out the door. And check it out in the background here. I've been wanting one of these to go under my car case and on the wall to hold my minifigs because my cabinet was getting way overflowed. And I found this on Temu, and it's actually pretty nice. I actually bought 2 of them, hoping they'd be good, and they totally are. So, sometimes even Temu can surprise you. Okay, so 3 orders. I get this packed. I got to go finish my day job, and then I'm heading to the post office, and I think that's going to be it for today. Well, it's Friday, so if anything comes in before I head to the post office, we'll definitely get it out today. And I'll jump back on to show you what it is. Hey folks, workday's done. I have 2 more sales. One item is something I listed on my break this afternoon, and it sold almost instantly. So maybe that was a bad idea, or maybe I listed it too low. It was some of those DVDs that didn't sell on my show Wednesday night. So that's kind of cool. Okay, we have, I think it's this one, Twins of Evil. Sold a Blu-ray, came out of the storage unit, took an offer on it, and it sold $11 plus shipping. So we've already paid for the storage unit, so that's all profit. And then let's go grab that box of DVDs. It's back over here as well, and I have to pack it up. I just stuck it in a box. It is right here, and let me open it and show you what's in there. This lot has 19 DVDs, such classics as Carnival of Souls and Prom Night 3 and 4, or maybe you want the Abominable Dr. Phibes. Lots of good stuff in there. It sold for $14.99 plus shipping. Less than $1 a DVD, but I was trying to auction them 2 for $1, at least to start, hoping that some would go for 2 or 3. None of them went for anything. So 15 for those. All came out of the storage unit. All profit. They're going to go out today. So that makes 5 orders we have going out. I got to pack up because I got to go to the storage unit, and I got to get this air conditioner back on because it is hot in here right now. Thank you so much for hanging out there with me today. I'm not sure if I'm doing yard sales tomorrow or something. I have no idea yet. I haven't even looked or planned, but something's going to happen, I'm sure. But I'll see you Monday. Hey, folks, today is Monday. It is the 6th of October. I was wanting to say December. It is not December yet. 6th of October, and I have 8 on eBay. I only woke up with 4, but I've added 4 since this morning, and I have 1. This is 1 with a question mark. Yes, 1 on Macari, but it's the sale of the week. It may be the sale. Well, it's the sale of this month, of the last 30 days. So awesome. I'll show you that one last. We're going to start off with eBay today, which is usually different, and we're going to start off with some DVDs. So trying to get around here. My shed is such a mess. Oh my goodness. Okay. I need this one and that one and that one. I have 3 DVDs that are going out, and they are all from that storage unit we recently picked up. And I can give you an update on that as well, because I do have everything, not counting the stuff we're sending out today as far as totals go. First up, DVD I listed Friday, sold Friday. The Halloween Tree. It's a Hanna-Barbera movie. It's got Ray Bradbury wrote it, and he is the narrator. Leonard Nimoy is in it, and or maybe Leonard Nimoy is the they're both in it. And it sold $5.99 plus shipping. Not huge, but all profit. We also sold Frankenstein Meets the Space Monster, upside down. Frankenstein Meets the Space Monster. This one is it's got to be a classic with that title. It is still factory sealed. It's got an Amazon sticker on it. Sold $12.99 plus shipping. And then this morning, this sold. It is the complete series of Teen Titans. Excellent shape. Just the box corners have a little bit of wear, but that's not bad. $12.99 plus shipping. So update on the storage unit. Friday, I went through and did all the maths because my last few live shows had stuff from the storage unit, but also stuff not from the storage unit. So I split it out to make sure everything was accurate. It was terrible, but it's done. And let's see, we paid, after fees and everything, we paid $578.20 for that storage unit, which is way more than I wanted to pay. But we total profit so far, $1,206.23. That's after fees and everything. So we have an actual net profit, if we take out our inventory cost, $628.03. Now, of course, that doesn't include like the bubble wrap I use to wrap things, the boxes I use, but that's such a minuscule percentage. I just don't factor that in. I factor that on the top end across, obviously I write that stuff off when I buy it, but I buy it in bulk. And so I don't split that out, but not too shabby. And we got some sales today from there. So we'll add that in there and we're looking pretty good. I don't know if I'll track it beyond now, to be honest with you. I just want to see how long it would take me to get profitable, and we've doubled. And so I think we're good. And really, we're not quite done with DVDs out of that storage unit. Friday, we shipped a box right at the end of the day, right? We shipped a box of horror DVDs that I listed. Well, I listed a second one as well. This one has 20 DVDs in it. It's on the shelf. Let me get it back to the table. Here are the 20 DVDs, and these are more modern for the most part. I meant like the Twin Peaks is from, early 90s maybe. Nightmare on Elm Street's in 80s, Waxworks, but some modern ones in there as well. I mean, that color space is pretty new. Sold similar to the 19 we sold Friday, or shipped Friday, sold for $14.99 plus shipping. Yeah, less than $1 DVD, but they're leaving, and it's all profit. It's out of the storage unit. I talked about not counting boxes and bubble wrap. This is probably going to take, let's see, 6 feet of bubble wrap, and it'll probably take a handful of paper to make sure it doesn't bounce around, and the box costs 50 cents. So $1 in shipping. So that's why I don't factor in. I just factor in on the top. But anyway, that's going out from the storage unit. And I think that's everything from the storage unit. I'm looking. Yes, everything from the storage unit going out today. We've got through. Let's grab the rest of our stuff. We have a t-shirt. It's one I've had for a while. It's not worth a lot, but I picked it up for, I don't know when, somewhere super cheap, I'm sure. It is this American flag Harley Davidson shirt. I thought it was pretty cool. I thought it'd be worth a little bit. Unfortunately, it's size small, so that was probably a misstep there. 2008 is when it's dated. Smoky Mountain Harley Davidson in Tennessee, sold $8 plus shipping. I went ahead and got this box out. I'm looking for 2 6x4 metal plates, and obviously I have to have the right ones. So there's a bunch in here. I got them out of these Uppbeat clearance boxes a couple years ago, and they really don't sell. And well, I guess they eventually sell, but they really don't sell very fast. Oh, I think these two that are wrapped together. It is Dexter, and this one is The Ring. And these are kind of pretty cool. I think I had them listed at like $7 or $8 and took an offer $6 plus shipping. But they're 4x6 and they're metal. They're quite heavy and they have holes in them so you can mount them. And I don't know. I meant for the right person, I think they're kind of neat. We have 2 more items on eBay. The last one is a good one. This one, I'm just happy it's gone. Let me spin you around. Okay, so it's this blue thing right here. And I don't want the stuff on top of it, I don't think. No, I do want some stuff on top. I'm going to pull it out. Okay, here it is. This is a poof machine. Well, just the base to it. So there's a couple acrylic like tabs here, and you'd put, well, let me show you. You put this like meshy material between each of the ones. Then you have this press that goes down. I don't have the press. This is just the base. You press it down and it makes this like poof ball bow thing. And I bought this at a big craft lot. I guess it was at a yard sale. And I had tons of the poofy material and I sold that pretty quick. And then I had a LaPoof, like the name brand machine, but it was a cardboard one. It was like a temporary one. It was kind of weird. Then I had this thing, but it didn't have like the plunger, like the thing that you ram through that hole. So I had it listed just as this. It's been around forever. I had one thing of poof stuff. I don't think it's in the listing, but this is going to go with it right there. And it sold on offer this morning, $20 plus shipping. I'm just happy it's gone. I don't know why I didn't get rid of it. I just figured I guess it would eventually sell. I think poofs are no longer in style, not since like the early 90s, but it sold. I'm super happy. And then I have one more on eBay. It's a good sale. It's kind of heavy. It's down there in my bottom green bucket. I'm going to throw you on the wall. I'll be right back. Okay, it is in this blue bag, which is not part of the sale, but they are, you can't even see it, but you can kind of see it. I guess it goes like this. These are the doors to P.O. boxes, the old ones that have been decommissioned. And I found these at a yard sale. They're brass, they're heavy, they're from 1959, and they still work. I don't have the combos for them, but you can, since you can see the back, you can see the mechanism and figure that out. So I did get one to open. I didn't even try the others. I sold them as is. They're not in the greatest of condition. They need work. People make banks out of these and things, and my dad has one. As a former postal employee, he got one a long time ago, and a fancy bank he bought. But I knew there was value in them, and I didn't pay hardly anything. I paid $92 at an estate sale, and I got this, and I got another big brass piece that hopefully will sell soon. And these sold for $99.99 plus shipping. So I don't know how much I've made on that sale yet. I don't keep track like individually unless it's a big purchase like that storage unit. But I know I've sold a few things, and this is another one, and this pays for everything. So that is a cool sale. I'm not going to send them in this bag. This is the bag I found at the estate sale, and I stuffed them in there so I could carry them easily because I didn't. My IKEA bags were full already, and they're still in there. But I'll pull them out. I have them all individually wrapped in bubble, but I'll extra pack them because there is glass and stuff. I don't want them to break. And then they're going out the door. $100. Awesome. And really, it's a longer story on those because I sold those last night. I got an instant cancellation on them for a wrong address, and I canceled. It is what it is, right? And then nothing. I was hoping they would rebuy them last night, but they rebought them today. So at least I assume it's the same person. I didn't look. It could be a different person. Regardless, it sold. They're going out. And here, my friends, is the sale of we're going to say probably of the month. These books right here, there are 20 of them, I think. I'll look at the listing in just a second. And they are Twilight books. Twilight Where Darkness Begins. I think I may have mentioned them earlier in the week or maybe last week. And they have sold. And I'm going to leave them on the shelf for a second, but those are young adult horror like fiction books. And similar like Goosebumps or something. Those, I think, predate Goosebumps. They're from the 80s. And I thought there'd be value. At least I know selling books, if you have multiples and you sell them as a lot, then that works, right? So I knew going in that they would sell as a lot when I found them in the storage unit. A lot of them up. There's 80 of them from the 1980s, and I had them listed at $300. I took an offer over the weekend, $270 plus shipping on Mercari. I think it works out to be like $240 something after fees is what we'll get. All profit because it's out of the storage unit. So we already know that we've already doubled our money already, plus these sales, and that'll be a big chunk. And awesome. There's other book sets I found. And I think they'll range from like $20 to $60, $20 to $70. But I think that's the big one. And I'm okay with that. I think that storage unit was successful. There's a couple up in my area this week that are up for auction that'll be closing. They're just nothing that I see that's going to be worth me going through and the headache of having to find a place to store it and stuff. So I don't know if I may pass on that. And that is going to be it for today, at least as of right now. I guess if something comes in, we may get it back on there. I do want to let you know that I'm going to go dark for a week. I am not filming next week, and everything's okay. I've been super busy, and I'm taking a week-long break from YouTube. And well, we may release a couple shorts. I got a couple in the works that I need to finish editing and get out. But we're not going to film next week. And then we'll be back with a vengeance the next week. Maybe, I don't know if we'll change. I don't think we'll change the format because I'm kind of set in my ways. But I'm taking a break. I'm not doing a live show on Wednesday either. I'm taking off from that and the next Wednesday because for Pastor Appreciation, we'll be at church late for that. So I won't have a chance to do that there either. So 2 weeks off on Dibbed, I think, and 1 week on YouTube, at least for our big main show. But I do thank you for watching. And if you've made it this far and you haven't subscribed, I'd appreciate your subscription. We talk about what's selling. Yeah, I'm taking a week off, but there's plenty of older videos you can watch. Especially if you're new here, you can see what I found in that storage unit just a few weeks ago. And then if you like the video, I'd appreciate a thumbs up or drop a comment. That would be doubly helpful. And I think that's, we're going to land the plane and wrap it up. I do appreciate y'all hanging out with me this week. Let me yap about what's selling in my store. Not to brag, just lets me get it out without annoying my family. So thank you again. I hope y'all have a great day. God bless.